Alright, so I have a small project to do, and I always use YouTube with my projects, and I realized on this one, for once in my life, a video wasn't available on YouTube for a project. So I made my own. I'm going to try to make it really quick because when I watch videos, how-to videos, I don't like them windy like I'm being right now. So I'm going to take a stab at making a how-to video. I'm not a car guy, not a horn guy, but this is what I'm doing. I'm installing my Hella horns, my Hella, I don't even know, Bacanas Supertone. That's Spanish. That would explain why it sounds so weird. No offense to anybody out there. Just Hella Supertone horn set. In my 2012 Scion IQ, and this is what was not available. Scion IQs. I know they're not popular. They're weird looking. They're small. I like mine, but we're going to be putting them in here, the front grill here, and to do that, a little bit of research. I learned that this is going to be a bumper removal job. So, horns, food, two most important parts of this project. So I'm going to take care of the food portion real quick and then get started on bumper removal. Alright, first off, here's a sample of the current sound of my little wimpy horn. Yeah, that has to go. Step one is to remove the front wheel opening extension pad on both the left and the right side. You're going to need a 10mm ratchet or a Phillips head screwdriver would work also. So there's going to be 2 screws that you remove, and it's going to be the same on both sides. The 2 screws are going to be, there's 3 down here, but the 2 you're going to start with removing is going to be this guy right here, and right back under here, it's going to be that one. You're essentially removing this little dingle hopper there. Yeah, I said it. So we'll go ahead and take that off. Step 2, important. Masking tape. You're gonna tape off your bumper edges here to protect your sweet $8,000 investment. I'm sure they were a really, really nice, expensive ride at some point in their lives. Not mine though, but I'm still gonna take care of it. So I'm gonna take care of that real quick. So it should look like that. Probably do a lot better job than me. Because yeah, I'm not a car guy, did I say, or a paint guy, or fill in the blank. So this is kind of my DIY stuff. I learn as I go. I break some stuff. Other stuff works. If you have any tips, I'll take them. Let me know. All right, step 3 now. We got the taped off. You could also tape up to here. I didn't, so we'll see if I regret that decision. You're gonna need a flathead screwdriver, and you're gonna remove the pinhole clips, I think they're called, and they're right here. Bang, right here. One on this side, and will be the same thing on the other side. So we'll take care of that. So just a quick view here. You're gonna think this is a screw. So like I said here, I'm learning first time. This starts to unscrew. It doesn't really because it's not threaded, but essentially you try to get a little distance in here, and there you go. Pops out. That's it right there. And what I was looking at, this guy right here, you're going on a 90-degree clockwise turn. Try to adjust my pliers here. Gotta love one-handed video, right? Try not to break it. If I break it, then you'll learn what not to do. Oh, I could see that in there. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty obvious at that point. I'm going to get my other hand in there. But, oh, never mind. There we go. So that was pretty easy. And looks like it makes sense there. So that's one of those clips, at least that I've encountered in the past, where it's like, how does this stupid thing come apart? But that's it right there. Alright, step 4. We're getting there. There's not a wash your bumper step, but I would strongly encourage that. 5 clips are going to be in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, food, and 5. So those guys have got to come out, and just like with the last clip, I'm guessing these just pop off. Try not to break it. Gently wiggle it with a screwdriver, and let's see, are we getting any play here? Doesn't feel like it. Definitely a regular clip here. And you guessed it, this is going to be a two-hand job, so five clips. I'm going to work on them right now. This is why I love how-to videos. Learn something a little bit easier without cutting yourself, like I almost did. Put your screwdriver in there and pry that up a little bit, and this baby comes right on out. Okay. That's good to know. Some car guys are laughing at me right now, but yeah, I got her done. This is a bonus tip. If you live in a hot climate like me in Arizona, your car has this really awesome feature called air conditioning. Take a break. Alright, step 5 is to remove the 4 bumper screws. You should have one right here. Move back a little bit. 2, 3. Where are you? And number 4. So those guys got to come off. They're pretty easy to see right up in the front here. Attached to the bumper. Take them off with your, again, your Phillips head or your 10mm. Alright, so we got those off, and I'm not sure. I know there's 5 more clips. Oh, that's what the clips are. So I think there's 5 of these guys, if I remember right. And to disengage them, this is another one of those things where I'm going to work harder than I need to, right? But let's see here. Oh, that's interesting. Styrofoam. Somebody forgot to take out the packaging of my new... No, I'm just kidding. Alright. So this isn't going to be as obvious, so I'm going to tinker around and figure that out. Alright, so like I thought, it would be a relatively simple explanation, but I had to finagle it a little bit. So essentially, these are really just connecting 2 plastic pieces together on the bumper here. And you're going to kind of pull the lip down in the front and pop it out. And it's just that easy. So there should be, I double checked, and there should be 6 of these. So let's see, we got 1. Don't know where the other ones are going to be. Did not find those. So this is, oh, they're back here. Okay. All right. So 1, we got 2. So they're kind of towards the back. It looks like. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that because that, no. Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking. Gotta find this guy. Again, I started kind of finagling it after taking off just the 2. My instructions that I found online said 6, but I just took off the 2 on the end and started wiggling the top to see what would happen. And sure enough, the bumper started coming off. So I don't know why it said 6, because it looks like it's coming off pretty easily. Nothing cracked or anything weird. I don't like this part though. The left side came off without any problem, and I don't see any other clips. So let me take a look at this right side, see if it comes off just as easy. It might be that I don't like that, but I don't think anything bad happened there. No, it just kind of was coming off of here. Nothing broke, I don't think. Okay, I don't know why. Yeah, it just kind of pops off. Doesn't look like I destroyed anything, at least this time. How does it look, buddy? What do you think? Is it okay? Yeah, I think it's alright. Yeah, there's a styrofoam to protect me. Yeah, and a really good wreck. Okay. I will look a little closer, but I don't think I missed anything. I think it was just a little wiggling to get that off. I don't see any more of those claws that are right here that hold the bottom on. There are some more back here, but I'm not taking that portion off because now we have good access to dun, da, 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 the little tiny stupid horn that we're going to destroy. Alright, let's do it. Okay, I think we're done with our steps. We're just going to kind of finish the job here. Using a 12 millimeter wrench, you're going to remove the old horn. It should come off pretty easily. One of the other things that I looked into, or didn't look into, but read, is that you don't have to worry about the electricity really with these guys because they're only 12 volts. Just kidding. Don't be scared, buddy. I'm just kidding. So that came right off. The tricky part now is where I have to experiment a little because the new horns, first of all, they're way bigger. And there's two of them instead of one. And it's going to go more towards the opening of the grill so that you can see the sweet red paint job on there coming through the grill. And so it doesn't obstruct as much of the sound if it's coming through the grill guard. So I have to, no, not going to do it there. Yeah, I'm going to have to poke around a little bit to find where to mount these. I guess I could do it on the plastic bumper, but I am going to look around and see where the best, oh, I see. I think I've seen little adapters for these guys right here. Yes, there's a name for it, I'm sure. Because Amazon recommended when I bought the horns, there was some kind of little bar that came across here and would hold the horns on either side of this metal piece right here. But let's see if we can get around that. I might end up ordering it. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we had one little hiccup. I'm pretty convinced I didn't do this, but this guy broke, and I don't think I did it. Why? Because I definitely took off the clamp that was on here because it attaches to one of these bad boys right here, and I know I took that off and there was no clamp on there, so my suspicion is that this was previously broke, and all I'm going to do is glue it and throw a screw in there to resecure it because it's just one anchor point, and you know, this isn't a Tesla or anything, so I think we'll get by with it. Alright, so man, I've lost a little track of where I was because I'd make a hardware store run and get some connectors and bolts and some different stuff. The cheap project of a $30 horn turned into adding another $40 worth of hardware, so it's getting a little pricier than I'd have liked. But what I did, I disconnected my terminal. I'm gonna wire. I had some old LED light wiring. I know some people are really particular about the harnesses and stuff, but this should more than suffice. And I'm gonna essentially just run my cables. I decided to mount my horns right here. I just drilled a quick hole right in the center metal piece right here, and I'm gonna mount them just on either side with some 5/16 bolts that I grabbed from the store, and we'll see how that goes. I think it'll be good. Alright, so I spliced the line to the old horn and put one of the wires on and connected it to the number 86 on the relay that was included with the Hello horn. So I'm going to continue with my wiring Now they got 86 connected to the original horn switch or cable here. Alright, I got 2 more wires hooked up. Shouldn't be confusing at all. Hey, there it goes. So I got a brown wire that's going to go to the horns over here. The brown wire, it doesn't matter what color you use, but my brown wire is also connected to the relay, and that's going to be on number 87. So 87 goes to, on the relay, 87 to the horn. And then the third wire I already connected. I like my electric tape, don't judge me. Number 30 on the relay is going to be your power lead from the battery. Keeps dropping down there. So I'm going to put my fuse in there. I think it was a 14, I don't remember. I'll double check. Actually, I think it's on here. Yeah, food. 30 amp, 16. So 16 amp fuse I'm going to throw in there. And this is going to connect to the positive end of my battery, which I've already installed the green wire, which is going to connect to, I'm using colors. Colors doesn't matter again, but the positive end of my terminal is going to go into my relay, and or the fuse, which is going to go to 30 on the relay switch. I bought these guys here. Where'd it go? Right here. They connect to the battery terminal. They work pretty well, and that way you don't have to finagle anything kind of weird on there. So hopefully that was pretty clear. There should be just one more step here for the wiring before I give her a try and see what happens. Alright, the last couple of wirings I'm doing is was it 85? Yeah. So 85 on the relay is going to be your ground. So I like to make a little loop because I have these gigantic, man, what is that, like 10 gauge or something crazy huge. So I make a little loop just to have a better connection, but it's up to you. I am going to attach that right here because I could tell they already grounded something up here. So I'm going to use this to connect, and there it goes. Well, when I fish that out, I'm going to go ahead and finish grounding that right here, and then I should have just a couple more steps. Just real quick, again, 87 on the relay. It's my brown wire, whatever color you use, and this is going to be what connects the relay to the horns. And I made a quick split right here. I'm going to connect this split to the wire here so that I can connect it to both horns. So the last bit of wiring we have here is, again, split, so it could connect to both horns. And on here, these are going to go on the top, and the grounds, which will connect to the body or the chassis on the car, the grounds will be on the bottom. So from 87 on the relay to the top, and then we're going to connect grounds to the bottom. Alright, quick note, I spliced these together. Again, these are going to the horn, with the horns on the top. If you look at this guy is positioned, or you can look at the number 18, the ground is going to be 11. Don't ask me if it matters. That's kind of what I've gathered from my brief research. So I connected these in parallel. So what's going to happen is I will connect this splice to the top, and then the grounds are spliced together one to the next, and then this guy will be grounded to the chassis. I ran out of those fancy little grounding, or the terminal loops, whatever you call them. I don't know. I'm getting tired. It's getting late. So I'm just going to wrap that around the bolt. It should still ground fine. I'm going to wrap that around this little section here, which is where I'm mounting the horns. I'm going to do that now. Okay, I finished my wiring here. Didn't tidy it up yet. I'm going to throw some nice casing on there, which I bought. I think that's like 10 bucks. Let me tell you something. Quick tip. The ground is really important and it's back there. I hooked this up loosely just to test it. Didn't work. Or I'm sorry, it did work one honk and then it stopped working, and I was debugging it for like 15 minutes until I realized the ground is really important. It's kind of weird. I'm not an electrician. The old horn wasn't ground at all, and these need to be, and they need to be ground well. So make sure if you have any issues, it's going to be a grounding issue probably. I mean, obviously you could have a bad wiring problem, but if you followed all the basic steps here, you should be all right. So I'm going to give you a little sample of the non-Wiener horn. And the wife's all ready because she heard the sample before. And woo! Dang, man. Yeah, that's a little more gancho than what I had. Love it. All right, kind of wrapping things up here. I don't know. This is the best I could do. I think it's pretty decent. I got everything kind of cleaned up and run down to the center here, and I think it's gonna look good. I'm gonna try to get this beast back on, which I think will go relatively smoothly. So we'll see, and then hopefully I'll be done. All right. Well, this is the finished product, and it went back on fine. The only issue I had, and I don't know, these seams right here, I didn't like them coming off, and I don't like them going on, and I got them as good as I can get it. I think it's back to where it was. It's not loose, but I didn't like how it went back on. Yeah, see that? That just looks like there is a little lip in there, so I might end up playing with that a little bit. That is the only part that I didn't like. This came off very easily. This side, the right side, I had a little problem pulling off, but nothing cracked or anything. I feel like I just didn't get a seal in here right, and you could tell now that I'm looking at it even closer. It didn't seat in there right. That's the only problem I had. So I'm gonna play around with that, but I think it'll be all right. I'll figure it out, and that's that. There you can see in there right through the grill. You could see the horn just a little bit. I think just right. As far as the spacing, I don't mind the spacing. I kind of like it like that, and I didn't have to buy any special adapters. But they are available for that mounting bar or bracket right there if you want to space them out a little bit more. But that's it, and good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.